Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Atlakat, and we're bringing you guys back another Steel Division 2 video. And in this video, we got a matchup between Tychobruh playing as the first Falsimager on balanced deployment type. Very interesting pick, honestly. I don't think I've seen the first Falsimager be used in the tournament since last time I used it in the rookie boot camp tournament, and that went terrible. But it is an interesting choice. And his opponent is going to be Bokito 1944, playing as the 20 Panzer on balanced income as well. And this match is going to be part of the Squire Joust monthly tournament for the month of October. This is the first round. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup between two tradesmen. I am quite interested to see what Tychobruh is going to do with the first Falsimager, considering the fact that that division is, despite the fact being patched, it is I wouldn't call it the best division out there, and it's very limited on armor, and the 20th Panzer has quite a bit of armor as well. So we'll see how it goes. But before we get into this matchup, remember guys, to hit that bell icon, like the video, subscribe if you guys like this type of content, and we'll get back to you guys shortly after this deployment is done. Alright, we're getting into this matchup right now. Tychobruh is deploying a few AT guns and some of his Falsimager units into the center. Looks like he's deploying some pretty decent infantry into the right hand side, and a little bit lighter on the left. It seems Bokito is doing the same thing while deploying a little bit light to the left hand side. Some units are coming up this hill here, which I'm guessing they'll be deployed here. He does have a Panzer III and a Panzer III also on the right as well, and a Grilly on the left hand side, so he does have some armor, while Tychobruh does not, but he does have the AT guns. The one issue I've always had with the Falsimager 1, it's been the lack of armor, and I know I said that before in the intro, but it is something that bothers me about this division. And despite it being patched, it still feels exactly the same way as the old Falsimager 1. So for competitively, I wouldn't recommend it, but let's see what Tychobruh can do with it, because you know, every division is beatable, and it always depends on the player itself too. Well, first start, Tychobruh has gotten the upper hand with the infantry. His infantry will be superior to the 20th Panzer, especially with these pioneers rushing in, and they're just going to get completely slaughtered by the FS Jaegers, especially now with the FG-42. Looks like that this hard MG-216 is now working on some of these grenadiers, or Panzer Grens. Another Panzer Grand squads over here. Game is 12-12. So far, nobody has made too many gains in the center. This hilltop here is an extremely important position to control. Whoever controls this entire area completely pretty much dominates the game. Another area that you would also think about also dominating as well is the hilltop here, which gives you great visibility towards anything coming towards this road here, which cuts off almost entire reinforcements to anybody trying to reinforce the center. That's something we actually saw Bori do in his matchup against Red Bull. Now the Panzer III is walking up to the center of the road. This Pak 40 is not shooting due to the elevation, so you guys can see it just can't fire. Needs to move up a little bit more. I don't think Tychobruh has actually noticed that yet. I hope I'm also pronouncing that right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Bokito to me sounds Spanish. I don't know if it is a Spanish name, or at least it's a type of romanticized name. Panzergren falls as Tychobruh controls the forest on the right hand side. There is a Panzer III here And this pack 47 doesn't see. I don't know if he can take it out with it. He might be able to, but it's also not targeting the Panzer III. But he has been able to dominate the forest. Center is still pretty much contested. There is a Yak Panzer IV that's been brought up as well, which will likely be positioned somewhere around here, just to keep a track of what's coming around the road. That Pack 40 is still not shooting. It wants to, but it's not. One of the terrible bugs from Eugen, something that's never been patched or fixed, and you know, it kind of pisses you off because it's really not doing anything. And you're always sitting there wondering why this stupid unit won't shoot at that freaking tank that it can see right there. But, you know, it's just not going to shoot. Despite the fact that it wants to target it. Some Flamers and Strom Pioneers and Strom... Oh, they're going to be extremely vulnerable to that Grelly right there. Needs to be very careful. Looks like it withdraws as soon. Why did it actually withdraw? I don't see any units that could. I mean, this gun maybe, but it's still out of range. And this should have the ability to take out any AT gun. Looks like the Fossenmaker are engaging a squad of Pioneers. Just wreck them. Maybe he's able to take this squad here and sneak up and take out the Panzer III. It is pinning the squad down right now. Might be best to hop out of that building. Pack 40 still wants to shoot but can't. I know we keep bringing that up, but it just bothers me seeing that little circle above it and just not doing anything. Oh, nice mortar barrage on those Panzer Grens. And it's also being backed up by infantry. Very good play by Tychobruh. And actually forces them to surrender. Great use of artillery, infantry. And takes the entire position very well. Very good job. And we can see Bokito is bringing a Ju-87D5. And he lops his bombs right there towards the center, hitting those squads. Sorry guys, I'm also coaching at the same time, so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I should have probably put it to the side, but instead of putting it to the side, I decided to do both at the same time. It's just unfortunate that I'm recording while there's also a game going on at the same time. Some AA guns here, probably to stop that barrage, well, that one barrage of cluster bombs. Looks like that Yak Panzer IV takes out the Panzer III. And finally, the Pack 40 decides to finally open up as soon as it moves up a little bit more. Panzer III is now smoked. Small push over here towards the left-hand side. Tychobruh controls right now the right, but he is getting shelled by this half-track with the mortar. And these are going to be completely deadly considering the fact that they are mobile. And even due to counter battery, they should be able to stay out of range as well. He is bringing a machine gun. I'm guessing he's going to place it around here. Maybe. There's some Panzer Grens here keeping these flags in control. And a Pack 40 as well, looking over an armored car and some reconnaissance squads and MG42. But looks like so far, right now, Tychobruh controls the center. And controls parts of the, well, controls one flank. Well, part of it. Bringing the game at 12-12. So far, everything's pretty much dead even. And we got some bombs being dropped on those Panzer Grens, taking them out. There's really no AA on the left-hand side to really deal with them. But Tychobruh should be able to capture this flag. This tiger might be a little too close. Might have been better to use its range to your benefit. Especially with the 2,000 meters, getting a little bit too close could make it vulnerable to any type of medium tank or light tank. I've been able to smoke these tiger tanks before with my my P38s quite often, really. T-34s are chilling back here because they're a bit intimidated by that Yak Panzer IV. I don't know why I always get stuck trying to say this for some reason. Good control on the right. Everything's pretty quiet right now. Seems like most of the push might be towards the left. Or we're just waiting till the phase is over. That AA gun is going to get destroyed by destroyed the Panzer Grenade actually. But the Panzer Grenade might get it. Does force it to fall back. Alright, so this falls back. FS Pioneers are right now sitting back and waiting. Pack 40 was about to fire. Looks like that Pioneer squad is it's going to get shredded, especially now that it's being fired upon by the commander and the Fallschirmjäger squad. Panzer Grenade squad's going to try to pin these guys down, but with support of the tank, they will accomplish it. Putting some pressure on this flag as well. These guys are out in the open with those smokes, so it's kind of dangerous. They may survive if there's anything here. There's an MG34 that still hasn't made it all the way up here. And the mortars are doing some work on that AT gun. FS Jaegers are engaging them. Well, the Panzer Grenade is engaging the FS Jaegers. It looks like the MG34 is taking a beating from that. Now he finally brings up some AA. He's got a Flak 88. Bokito is definitely putting more pressure on Tychobruh. With Tychobruh. This is going to be extremely deadly in the armor. This right here could take out any anything heavy at range too, specifically at 2,000 meters. Very good AT gun. Put a lot of points into it, so losing it would be absolutely devastating. Tychobruh does have these 81mm mortars, which could wipe that out if he sees it. I don't see any well, there's a recon squad right there. He is putting pressure on this side here, capturing the flag, bringing the game at 15-9 with Tychobruh in the lead right now. And now he's flooding in some Panzer Grenades on half tracks. These half tracks are really good at supporting the infantry. So it might help him gain some of the ground around this area here, especially with it being so sparse. Now, the Fallschirmjäger, if he encounters any of these squads, he will, those half tracks will be in a lot of trouble, as the Panzerfaust on these will melt through these half tracks. I mean, it could also be deadly to any tanks too. Sets a help beacon here. I'm guessing he wants to take out those mortars. He does bring a artillery gun up as well, keeping the supply truck close to it so he can go ahead and move it. And looks like he's pushing a little bit too forward, but there is definitely enough stuff here to stop these two flamer squads from getting too close to this flag. Looks like the Tiger tank is now engaging the half tracks. They are out in the open. Well, so far hasn't taken out any of the half tracks. But they'll definitely stop those Panzergrens. Pack 40 is getting shredded right now by those mortars over there. Looks like these units are waiting. And from the looks of it, they're probably going to push up here towards this flag. There's not really anything there to stop him. He does have a Panzergren squad here. And it may be best if I was Tychobruh, I would probably move that. Well, not really, because there's a Pack 40 right there. So I'd probably try to get rid of this here and then deal with those T-34s and then push towards the center. Very interesting tactic here. He's moving his... Oh wow, he took out that half track with them and just gets hit really hard by that Grelly. Does a lot of damage. The smoke just piles right up, but does take control of the building, and it makes it really deadly for anything to come towards this road. But he does capture the flag, bringing the game at 10-14. This is really dangerous for Tychobruh. The Tiger tank's a little bit too close, and it's engaging two T-34s up close like this. So far right now, he is doing better than it, but... Oh, knocks one out. But senses the danger, starts rolling back out. Round bounces off of it. Seems to miss. Driver is knocked out. He's also engaging a Pack 43 and kills it. Gun is jammed, so he did do some damage, but that AT gun right there is just extremely deadly. And we got an airstrike coming in. Lands right... Well, it looks like the T-34 was able to evade it and lands just right behind it. Now it looks like those FS Pioneers are able to take out one Panzergren squad. But there's still plenty more around, especially with those half tracks. So it's still in a lot of danger. Pack 40 is working on something. It's probably going to shoot at that oh yeah, the Tiger tank. It's a little bit too close. It's going to be extremely deadly at this range. It's got to be very careful and get it out of the way. And looks like that Tiger tank might survive to fight another day. It looks like Bokito is going to try to take back the forest on the forest belt on the right hand side. As he brings... Oh, never mind. Looks like they're going somewhere else. I thought they were going straight here because there was really nothing in this area that could stop them. They do have that squad. Well, maybe they're going up towards this area to put pressure on the hill, which wouldn't be a bad idea as well. As we have said before, this hilltop is extremely important. And fighting to hold it or to lose it, especially losing it, is pretty much game over. Because the amount of range you can get and the amount of elevation you have is just becomes kind of overwhelming at that point. That squad's going to get completely pinned down by that MG42, but he's able to pull off the kill and takes out the Pack 40, which may bring his Tiger back into the play. He does have a lot of units built up here, but right now it doesn't look like he's really pushing. Tychobruh brings up a Yak Panzer IV, but it's going to be extremely vulnerable to that AT gun that's just watching over there. Extremely powerful AT gun. Another airstrike. May take out the machine gun. Does. And looks like Tychobruh is going to react to the Panzergrenadiers and the half-tracks that are taking over this one flag in this, I guess, village or village part of the town. Everything is very quiet at the moment. Tychobruh is getting close to this flag. And looks like he's going to push from the hill into the forest belt. And Tychobruh is getting ready to react to it. That AT gun is really going to kill that Yak Panzer IV. It needs to get out of range, and it does. Panzergrenadiers are engaging a lone FS Pioneer squad, which is going to get just completely obliterated by 3 squads shooting at the same time. Bokito is now putting on the pressure. And we're seeing a counterattack on this side of the village. Game is 13-11. So far, Tychobruh has been able to hold on to most of his flags. Bokito is right now in the process of his counterattack as he floods the field with more units, more machine guns, more infantry. Not too much armor at the moment. His AT guns have been extremely effective against the heavier armor with that Tychobruh has. Tychobruh doesn't have much armor outside of some self-propelled guns, some Nosh horns, if he has them in the deck, and the Tiger tanks, which are the only real tanks you have in the division itself. Which is why it's kind of limited on 1v1s. It's not that it's not a good division. It's just it's a very hard division to play. And looks like the half-tracks get into the battle and are able to push back this small little counterattack, which allows them to hold on to these flags. And Bokito has really captured quite a bit of the hill. I would say maybe 50% of it, maybe 60%. He's definitely the dominant one on the hill right now. But it seems like he's focusing more on this flag and this flag back here too. And trying to push him out of the forest belt. Which is going to be extremely hard because he has a Tiger tank win right here. And anything coming out of here, especially with no AT guns or anything around, it's going to be extremely hard. And he still has that Yak Panzer IV in the force as well. So those half-tracks are going to have to be very careful. One just gets knocked out right there in the middle of the road. Pioneers are doing some work on the Panzergrenadiers. That Panzer Shrek squad is going to be extremely vulnerable. But he is able to tie the game right now for the time being at 12-12. So far, Bokito's counterattack has shown some results at the moment. That Ju-88 was able to. It looks like it was able to drop its payload, but doesn't really hit anything. But it looks like Bokito's counterattack was just beat back. There's not much infantry left in that forest belt or forest side, and right now Tychobruh should be able to take it back pretty easily. There's only a Panzergrenadier squad there. And the half-track squad is just, as long as he doesn't get in range, he should be fine. That Panzergrenadier squad is engaging that FS Jaeger squad, but is not going to be able to do much. There is a Tiger tank also shooting at them as well. Oh, some cluster bombs. I'm guessing they landed over here in the center. Does do a lot of damage. But there's no significant push going on. Just a one Panzergrenadier squad just moving forward. He's able to knock out a half track as he brings up some armor to deal with the half tracks. Oh, he's able to get out that squad. There is still 3 tanks and a half track, and there is this Pack 43, 41, 88, which is still extremely deadly. It looks like Bokito has not given up on this forest. He recaptures that flag, bringing the game back at 12-12. And now is putting some pressure in the center. Very dangerous considering the fact that there is a Jagdpanzer IV. And there is a Pack 40 looking down the road. Takes out a transporter. Panzer Gren Squad is now going to start engaging that Pack 40, so it needs to fall back or get some support from something. Oh, it looks like he's also using his own Pack 43, 41, 88 to engage those T-34s. And forces one to fall back. So far, it's been a very good match. A lot of give and a lot of take. Both players daring their attacks. And so far, it's been quite enjoyable to watch. And cast as well. More Panzer Grens are being brought up as well. That AA gun might be a little bit too close. Oh, gets destroyed. Panzer Gren squads are going to start getting out of their vehicles or their transporters. Oh man, he's really not giving up on the side. And right now he's attacking on a wide front, bringing up more infantry over here on this side as well. And Tychobruh right now is trying to hold back the determined attack that Bokito is bringing in. But he's also flooding in the field with more Fallschirmjäger ZFs. Seems like that's all he's bringing on this side here. Those ZFs are really useful at range, especially at 1,000 meters with the sniper rifles. And now a combined arms effort here as the Jagdpanzer is being brought in to deal with the half-tracks. And with the half-tracks gone, those Panzer Grens are going to be no chance against the his Fallschirmjäger squads. And he recaptures the flag, bringing the score back at 13-11. Bringing Tychobruh back in the lead. More stuff is being brought on the right-hand side. He is bringing some of these cluster bombers back right into the mix. Has he been able to put any type of anti-air defenses in this area? Not yet. Doesn't seem like there's anything around. So those cluster bombers can be extremely pain in the ass to deal with. They're likely going to get rid of everything here. There is an AA guns over here, but there's nothing defending this area, which is going to allow Bokito to push here, bringing the score back at 12-12 as he pushes towards the center of the town now. Both players fighting ferociously over the center. Bokito fighting extremely hard for the right-hand side too. I mean the right-hand side. Tychobruh has enough stuff here to try to counter another attack, but there's more stuff coming in as well. Another heavy attack. His entire pretty much assault falls into an ambush, with the machine gun roaring and his FS Jaegers and Pioneers just slaughtering anything that drove past this road. Trying quickly to capture as much ground as he possibly can. Bokito is in the lead right now at 11-13. He's putting a lot of pressure on him right now. A lot of stuff is firing on him. He is gaining some ground as well. Oh, takes out that half track. Seems like he's well built to defend this area. But it looks like right now the left-hand side is the issue at the moment. But he does have a Tiger command tank, which is going to really put some pain on those half tracks. And at this range, there's really nothing he has in range unless he moves that flak 88 into this area here. I don't really see him taking out that Tiger tank right now. And it seems like Tychobruh has also learned from his mistake of having his Tiger tank a little bit too close, and now he's keeping it at range and really putting the pressure on Bokito. Bokito loses the flag in the center as Tychobruh brings up more flamers and more units, and he should be able to push towards the center more. There's only a few MG42s standing in his way. Looks like both sides are taking positions here, but on either side of the flag. And Bokito has just shifted things over to a 10-14. So far, this game has been pretty damn close. And it looks like he's able to finally rout these cluster bombers. Another Ju-87 D5 with the cluster bombs just heading towards the center. Is he going to be able to rout this one as well? Nope. It drops his payload on that poor flamer squad, causing them all to be pinned down and stopping that advance at least for the time being right now. And the staple of the 20th Panzer, which is the IS-2. Now this is going to be extremely deadly towards that Tiger tank. And there's not much in his deck outside of the that Pack 88 that can really deal with it. But the one thing that also sucks about the 20th Panzer is they only have one of these. But if you know how to use it, you can use it pretty effectively as well. IS-2 is going to be the biggest threat on the left-hand side. Seems like Bokito is trying to push to capture this flag and push him out of the forest. But Tychobruh is holding on firm, refusing to give up any space, knocking out that half track with that Panzer Shrek. And some rocket artillery, and he's able to at least take the flag right now temporarily. But Tychobruh has really made a deep assault towards the center, bringing the game at 14-10, shifting things around a little bit. Two Tiger tanks are engaging that what's it called, the IS-2. Doesn't seem like it's going to get through. I don't think at this range that Tiger is going to be able to deal with that IS-2. Nope, gets shot and killed in one shot. And that's the thing also about getting close to these vehicles. It's just because you're close doesn't mean you're going to knock it out. You got to see if you can hit it on the side armor. Up front like that, the chances of the Tiger tank, of the IS-2 taking you out, one shot are pretty much, they're a lot more, especially with the range you're in. And the closer they are, even though you have a better advantage to take them out, like right here we got this T-34 right now dueling with the Tiger E. Despite the fact that the best shot that the T-34 has is up close, the Tiger should be able to knock it out in one shot. And it looks like Bokito is throwing some more units into the right-hand side of the forest. But so far right now, with the score being 15-9 with 6 minutes left in the game, we'll see how much he's got left. You can see that Tychobruh is now setting up around these areas, which is going to give him a huge advantage, especially with the range, because his units can now take advantage of their full range as well. He's captured most of the center, captured these two flags, and we'll see if Bokito can turn it around. So far, he's played pretty well. But he really definitely got outplayed in the center. He has put most of his focus on this side here. I'm guessing he wanted to do a breakthrough all the way down towards these flags here, but I would have fought more for the center. It all depends on how the game goes too. I've seen guys go all the way up here and capture all this and do enough damage. For me, it's always good to fight for this area and hold the flanks. Sometimes the flanks are the area you want to push the most. Getting up this far into the into this forest here where you can do some good damage, but generally what you want to do is capture this hill and use the elevation of units. Like right here, look what he just did. He just took down those half tracks and he's got those units stranded on the ground. Another determined assault on the right as the half tracks pushed in through, trying to dislodge these units from the forest. But this up close and personal like this, they will have an advantage with the mass of armor and infantry they have until they get out here. And looks like Tychobruh is going to try to stop them with some aircraft, but he has set up an anti-aircraft net and does knock out the aircraft. Looks like he's dropping some bombs. Let's see if that'll have any effect. The engine does stall in the Ju-88. Well, he's able to stop, at least for now, the assault that was coming on this right-hand side. But he's also getting some ground in the center. Game is now 17-7. Bringing up the Flamer squad here. These guys are just out in the open doing nothing. Another Tiger tank is being brought on this side. So if there was a breakthrough with no armor right there, it's going to be extremely difficult. And the Tiger tank is going to be able to take out pretty much everything that's in this division outside of the IS-2. I haven't seen him deploy any Panzer IVs yet, which is kind of surprising. That flag is in a lot of danger right now. There's only 4 minutes in the game. We'll see if Bokito can turn this around the last 4 minutes. You can hear my dogs barking. That Yak Panzer IV is still engaging those units down out the road. Honestly, they're not even moving around right now. And looks like Bokito's trying to do one last ditch attack with those half tracks. As Tychobruh's grenadiers are mopping the floor right now with the Panzer Grens that Bokito has. More Panzer Grens are being brought up as well to make up for the losses. And we have these half tracks just idling around. The Tiger tank is probably going to get that AA gun, but has to be extremely careful of that Pak 43. If it's not, it's going to get knocked out. Oh yeah, just get destroyed. Yeah, he needed to be very careful of that. That thing was still alive, and it's extremely dangerous. Looks like the IS-2 is still kicking, but its gun is jammed. It's been able to somehow jam 2 separate tanks. And they're just both chilling. They're about to get repaired. But there's not enough time left with 18-6, with Tychobruh now really just dominating the field. He's been able to capture as much ground as he can. Right now it looks like Bokito's just trying to push forward and capture as much as he can. But those half tracks are going to be completely out of the element as soon as they get out of the forest. With that Tiger E right now, it's a matter of time before they get destroyed. 33 seconds left in the match. Major defeat for Bokito. Major victory for Tychobruh. Tiger tank's gonna mop up those last half tracks. They are just completely surrounded. 12 seconds left in the game. 10 seconds. Not much is going to be able to change with the last couple minutes left. Still bringing up another Tiger tank as well. And that is game and match. Well, Tychobruh takes the victory. Bokito takes the defeat for now. Very close game. As you guys can see on the kill stats, there wasn't too much separating both players. Losses were all pretty identical to an extent. Really good game to watch. Oh, there was some Panzer IVs. I swear I did not see them. Maybe I wasn't paying attention too much. I swear I was paying attention. I saw plenty of them. I saw Panzer IIIs. I just didn't see any Panzer IVs. I saw plenty of T-34s. And it looks like his Tigers are doing pretty good. The one thing that Bokito had was those AT guns and those cluster bombs that were doing a lot of damage. But I think a lot of those attacks towards the forest on the right-hand side really somewhat contribute to this defeat. But what can you do? It was a good match. Good match for the Squire Joust monthly tournament of October. And this is still the first round, so we'll have more matches coming up for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. Like the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next match.